Good evening, everyone. We're the Floating Prince. It's nice to be up here in Newcastle. We hope you have a reach, canny neat tonight.
Yeah!
Let's just
Hey, good evening, everybody. How you doing? How is everybody? Wow, that was fun but cold. It is so cold over here. I hope everybody's well. Everyone is here. Thank you ever so much, as always, for turning up. Anybody who's been here before, thank you for coming back. Anybody who's here for the first time, thank you for popping in. Let me just turn these lights up a little bit here. A little bit dark over here. Whew, makes your heart go kind of jumpy, right? Let's see how everybody's doing. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all warm wherever you are, because it is absolutely bloody freezing here in Northumberland. Um, I'm gonna again sound like a soft southerner over here, because I get I get accused of this all the time. Obviously, I'm from the south, right? But I moved up north 12 years ago, I think. 12 is back. Still not used to it. And the older I'm getting, the more I'm feeling the cold. But it got to -3 here, I think. But it was just a bit of a kind of, bit of a bitter northern wind blowing. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Anyway, we'll get on to that. I've actually had bigger issues this week. I'll tell you about that maybe in a little bit. Let's see who's here. I'm going to make sure I get everybody here. So listen, if you're here, as always, the golden rule for me, for you, for me, for me is to try to remember what to play, right? The golden rule for you is please post something, comment, just have a chat amongst yourselves. Sling something in there randomly. It's all good because then I know that you're still here, which really helps me. It helps the whole crazy YouTube thingy to, if people are engaging, then they'll probably show my video to like 2 or 3 more people. So please do that. Like, share, subscribe, the usual stuff. But please comment, have a chat. That'd be great. So who we got here? Michael Phoenix. Hey, my friend, how you doing? Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming back, buddy. I hope you've been well. James Scott, evening all from a snowed. Yeah, I can moan about the cold here, right? I've got nothing to complain about. You're up. I can't remember where in Scotland, but I know you're up. You're up somewhere, right? So yeah, I'm guessing I've got nothing to complain about this, so maybe I should, should shut up about that. Stogbrun, hey buddy, how are you? Sounding good, so thank you very much. Thanks for coming back. I sent you a couple of files. Excuse me. Um, have you got them? I sent you because last week I promised you I was going to send you backing track to in here somewhere. I'm in here somewhere, and also that electro acoustic preset that I told you that I had. I sent them to you this afternoon, so please let me know if you got them. Make sure that's all cool. Hope you're well, buddy. Martin Crane, thank you for coming, my friend. Wouldn't be Scotland without it. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. What's this one? Is that a picture of one of my trains? That thing over. Do you know what? It does look like a train, doesn't it? That does look like a train. Do you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. Right, so here's me trying to be interesting, right? I've got this thing here. Hang on, is it going to start? Have I just killed it? Oh, no, there it goes. So I've got this thing here, which is it's hard to see. It's one of the those things you get which kind of make it look like there's a nebula going on above you with kind of wandery stuff. So I think if I do that one, is it that one? There you go. Look, stars appear as well. So I've turned the stars off because the wall's kind of charcoal black. You can't see it doing anything other than on that picture. It's just making lights flat. You're right. It looks like an underground train. How weird is that? There you go. So that's what that is. Adrian, excuse me if I can't pronounce, I can't read properly anyway. Myodususki. Is that right, Adrian? Apologies if I got that wrong, my friend. Aberdeen was wild today. I'm taking wild. Yeah, wild. There you go. It was wild today. I think we could say either one. Paul Pablo Jones. Hey, my friend. How you doing? Thank you for popping in and for your support as always. Michael Phoenix. Amen to life is good. Yes, yes, yes. Adrian again. Sukh Boogie. Oh man. Do you know what? That I've since I say this every week, right? Since I started doing this, and I don't know which one this is. This is like number 10 or something, 10 or 11, I don't know. I set myself a goal beforehand. So there's some songs which I've never been able to play, but I've always wanted to, right? Satch Boogie is one. Flying in a Blue Dream is the other. Obviously, I'm a bit of a Satriani nut, and there are things I could just never do, right? I've technically not up to it, problems with hands, old age, all that kind of crap. I'm making the excuses. I've been trying this since I was bloody 20 years old. Couldn't play them. So about a week before I started doing this, maybe no, actually about a month before, I think I sent a video to my friend Tim. I don't know if Tim's on here today, but I sent a video to my friend Tim saying, "Hey Tim, I'm going to try." And Tim knows this song. I said, "Tim, I'm going to try this," and it was me trying Satch Boogie, and it was just I should post it. So you know what? I'll post it here sometime. It was the most epic fail. Not even like, yeah, that's close. No one's going to notice. It was like, what the hell? What have we just done there? Play something simple. Couldn't do it. And I said, that's my challenge. My challenge is I'm going to keep on doing that bloody song until I can play the song. It's like 90% better than it was. Honestly, one day I'll show you the video. But every week, for those of you who play here, my guitar playing friends, when you're gigging, right, and you're playing a complicated song, and you're playing it, and you know you should be focused on what you're doing, right? And there's always kind of stuff going around in your head. So there's things like what's the next song? That's the worst one for me. You're playing one song, and I'm trying to look at the set list to think what the next song is. Or my latest thing is, oh my god, I'm getting it right. Oh my god, I'm getting it right. And I'm trying to stop myself thinking that as I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm getting it right. I screw something up. So, oh dear, oh dear. Halfway through that song, halfway through one of the songs, my this thing, my wireless pack fell off my chair. So I was scrambling around the floor trying to get that. I've got to get a little slicker at this. But yes, so thank you, Adrian. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Ross, hey buddy, how you doing? How's the new job? You started now, right? I think you started this week. Let me know how you're getting on, mate. I was thinking about you earlier this week. That's the best I've heard you do. Satch nailed it. Holly's comment of the week. Holly is Ross's little daughter. Merry Christmas, Sukh. Aw, that's blessed her. The snow has clearly brought her festive side. I've got to start wearing Christmas tops now, right? I've got my Goonies top on today. I've got to start wearing Christmas tops. Hey, man, tell her I said hello and thank you very much. Michael Phoenix, good evening, good evening, good evening, my friend. Oh, look who it is! First time live. This was do you know what? Let me see if I can zoom this up because that is just tiny, right? Let's get that a little bit bigger. So that, there we go. Because why would I have that small? There we go. So I'm not sure if I do this. There, even better. There you go. You get that. Oh, and now it's gone. Hang on a second. Let's press that again. There we go. All right. Norman Stewart. Norman, how are you, my friend? I was very envious of your. He's been to New Orleans. Hire from a still awake but totally jet lagged idiot. You were right. It bloody freezing this afternoon. I told you, right? Finally got to Newcastle. To make it worse, let me get that back on again. British Airways still has all my luggage at Heathrow. Are you kidding me? Doesn't distract from the education that was New Orleans, though. A crazy week of listening to jazz blues. Oh man, I would love to go there. I would really love to go there. I'm looking at your pictures and stuff, and most of your pictures, to be fair, Norman, were you looking like you'd had a few, which were probably absolutely the perfect pictures. It was nice to see. Norman is the guy who got me introduced to 8-gauge strings. I play 8-gauge on all my guitars now, and it was a revelation to me, an absolute revelation. Isn't it weird how things work out, right? Chance, a very, very chance encounter with Norman, who I bought a guitar from, met him at a service station. Very dodgy transaction. Excuse me. But what a lovely fella. Thank you, Norman. My hands thank you. Honestly, thank you very much. Michael Phoenix, well, it's good morning for me, well and warm as it is spring morning. Michael, whereabouts are you again, my friend? You're a jammy sod. Are you in Australia? You're in Australia, aren't you, Michael? Man, very, very, very lucky. I'm very jealous, but then, hey. Hey, it's Melanie. Melanie, how are you? Thank you for popping back. Thank you so much for coming back. I hope you're keeping well. I'm just going to get that down here a little bit because I had a massive one because of Norman's one. I've been watching your little things about rehearsals and what have you. Looking forward to seeing what comes out. But thank you very much for coming back. And Paul Jones, evening from a very warm Barcelona. Hey, good morning, my friend. Good morning, good evening, my friend. I hope everything's okay where you are. Obviously, we get snippets of news here about what's going on in parts of Spain, so hope it's all kind of clear where you are, my friend. Norman Stewart. Yeah, I had I had a lot rather than a few. You look very happy in all your pictures. That's the important thing, right? So, what's going on? It's freezing here. I might have to put on a cardigan, or I put the fire on. Put the fire on, right? Put the fire on. That's it. It's not real fire. It's not even a working fire. Come on, fire. You can do it. Okay. The battery technology has failed me. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Let's get a bit of heat going over here. Normally, as soon as that's on, my dog Toffee runs down. It's very cold here, so I might need to just wrap up a little bit. So, what do we had there? We had my original song, Get Up. We had Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, who I love. Do a lot of Queen stuff. I've got to change that out, actually. I missed one. I missed a song. I thought it was a bit short, right? We missed a song. We'll come back to that one. The Greatest Things, one of my originals. Satch Boogie, which you obviously know. And the Beastie Boys, which is from the band I play. I play in a band that raises money for cancer research. It's called the Flailing Pits. And the beginning of every show, pretty much since we've been doing it 18 years, we've been playing that as our starting song. And the video snippets from there, the ones which are kind of grainy and very dark, that was my first ever gig with them about 18 years ago, which was really good fun. So that one always kind of just makes me feel a bit relaxed, which is pretty cool. It's fine here. Paul Jones, it's fine here. Back home to Wales tomorrow via East Midlands. Oh man, good. Well, listen, you have a safe trip back, my friend. Listen, I'm going to do the one which I missed, and then we'll come back and have a little bit of a chat. But please, everybody, thank you very much for coming again. Keep posting, have a chit chat amongst yourselves. Ask any questions if there's any fractal people here. I say this every week as well. Any fractal people want to talk about any fractal stuff, just ask. I'm happy to talk about anything. I'm happy to share anything that I can. Obviously, talk about presets and that kind of stuff. I've been having a lot of fun actually this week with presets. For those who were there here last week, I'm totally in ears now for these shows as well. So There's no noise in the house to disturb anybody. So I'm still kind of tweaking stuff a little bit here and there, but it's all the good stuff with Fractal. So, right, let's give this a shot. Let's get back to, so the song I missed was Lonely Boy. Let's get that going, and then I'll do a few more songs. Then I'll come back. All right, here we go. There you go. That's what it should have been like at the start. So a couple of quick ones, and just let you know a couple of things that are going on, and then I will get back to it. So let's have a look. AKA SGS Virgil, hey man, thanks for popping in. Loving your profile picture. I'm a massive science fiction fan, and I love all stuff to do with aliens. If I've ever got nothing else to do and I'm sitting around and watching TV, I'll find some channel which is talking about conspiracy theories about aliens and cover-ups and stuff. I absolutely love that kind of thing. I really do. So anyway, thank you. So is that an Ibanez Saber? No, it's not, my friend. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Check it out. Okay, can I do a close-up here? No, I can't do a close-up here. Why can't I do a close-up here? Let's go this one. Maybe this one will let me do a close-up here. No, none of them will let me do. Okay, well, there is potentially the opportunity to do a close-up of this, but okay, my foot control is not switching. So this thing, it's an Ibanez JS. So it's a JS 2400 white. Let me go here. There we go. So why is the close-up cam not working? I could do it from there, right? So this is an Ibanez JS 2400 white. It is a Joe Satriani model, 24 fretter. It's got a mojo in the bridge and a Satch track, I think it's called, in the neck over here. Really nice guitar. I've wanted one of these for such a long time, and just couldn't get one from anywhere. And they stopped making them. They discontinued them a while back. And they hang on a second, dudes. I'm going to do a thing here because this is going to wind me up, right? I'm going to disappear under my desk for a second. I've got a thing here. I might need to unplug and plug back in. Give me a sec. Right. Let's see if that does anything. So yeah, I was after one of these for a long time. I had a white JS many years ago. JS1. I'm going to be looking that way, guys, while we're doing this, just trying to fix something, which I absolutely loved and gave away to a friend. Well, gave or sold it to a friend of mine, and I always regretted it. And now that they came out with this one, I was really, hey, there's my dog Toffee, and now he's going to get stuck trying to. Oh, he's managed. I was trying to get one of these for so long, and there you go, that's better, right? And they just stopped doing them. I have no clue why they stopped doing them. They're such nice guitars, and I managed to find someone in a shop selling one locally. Locally, it's a couple of 100 miles away actually, a little while ago, and jumped on it. And it looked unused. It looked actually. I think what happened, the person who bought this, who originally had it, I think they were having tuning problems with it, because there was something weird done with the bridge, and they had this kind of, it wasn't a tremolo, no, but it was one of those things that kind of jams up the tremolo stuck in the back. But what I found, if you don't know about these Ibanez Edge tremolos, is they've got a lock inside the post. It's like a little locking thread, and you need to actually lock that to stop the post from moving, which keeps the tremolo stable. The guy hadn't done that, so I had this guitar and it looked absolutely unused. So there you go. Very cool. Who else is this? Mike Walden, my old buddy from school, man. How you doing, my friend? Now try with only 4 strings. Less is more, eh? You bass players, honestly. They're always taunting us guitar players. How are you, man? I haven't spoken to you in a long time, Mike. We should catch up, my friend. Tim Garood, my buddy Tim. Sounding good. Thank you very much. I don't know if you caught Satch Boogie, Tim. It's getting better. It's getting better. Do you remember that? Do you remember that first one I sent you? My little video of. I was talking about you. If you weren't here, I was talking about when I sent that to you. Yeah. Oh, hang on, missed one here. Rock and roll trousers too. These are, yeah. My clown pants, as my family like to say. You know me, Tim. Tim knows me too well. Stogbroon. Let's have a look. So did you? So Stogbroon is what asked for. He was talking last week about one of my tracks from my album, and I sent him a backing track of it. Did you export your tracks for your album with 48 hertz? I've had a whole afternoon with problems trying to export my tracks using 44.1. Honestly, I'm not that clever. It's whatever the default is for the. I mean, the Axe-FX. Is it 44? I don't know. I really don't know. It's I have no clue, man. Would it make a difference? Because all I've sent you is the audio anyway, right? All I've said, would that make a difference? Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not that clever, I'm afraid. Sorry, buddy. But I hope you figure it out. Sweet Guitar Brother, aka SGS Virgil. Thanks for the shout out and the answer. Not at all, man. Not at all. I've got this. These are out of all the guitars I've ever had. And you know, it's an affliction, isn't it, buying and selling guitars? But out of all the guitars I've ever had, these ones are they're the nicest guitars. And I've got some, I've had, and I've still got some really nice other guitars. But for me, this is just the best guitar that suits me. James Scott, a bass player that is still using only 4 strings. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, man. Oh dear, Mike. There's fighting talk there, Mike. Have a chat with James. It's 48K for the axe. Okay, gotcha. All right. Honestly, I'm like I say, I'm not that clever. Is whatever the Axe-FX does is whatever it does. I've got Logic set up to whatever Logic does by default. Or I must have at some point I must have set Logic up to be 48 or whatever it is, and away you go. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. If anybody here hasn't said hello, and you can say hello, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, please say hello. Please post something. It's nice for me because I know that there are people watching. It's good for the whole, getting my stuff out there, because then they'll think that people actually like my stuff and chat to each other. There's some nice folks here. So let's do a few more songs. Let's do a few more songs. I'll come back and I'll tell you about some horrific stuff that's been going on at my place this week. But I say horrific. It's actually just annoying. Right, let me get this on. Let me get my ear back in, and let's do a little bit of cheesy rock for you here. Couple of bits of cheesy rock, in fact. Right, let's see. If, by the way, while I'm doing this, if I'm kind of sitting here doing this, you probably, those of you who've seen me a few times now, know that number one, I don't do rock faces. I can't. Number two, it's just too much hassle for me to press buttons while I'm playing. So I've got my foot control. I've got 3 expression pedals here, and I've very stupidly not positioned them in the way they should be. So I'm kind of having to reach under my desk to get at stuff. So I'm not having some sort of an episode, just so that you know. Anyway, here we go. Let's put this one back in. A little bit of darkness for you.
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you, touching me, touching you, touching me. You every minute, every hour, every day. You got me in a spin, but everything is okay. Touching you, touching me, touching you, touching me. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance we can make it now. When we look until the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love. I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and songs of yesterday. But I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again. Here I go again. Though I keep searching for an answer, never seem to find what I'm looking for. Lord, I pray you give me strength to carry on. 'Cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. Here I go again on my own, going Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many man's soul of faith. I was around when Jesus Christ had his moments of doubt and pain. Made damn sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his face. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Oh yeah, I was puzzling you. It's the nature of my and all the sinners saints. As heads is tails, just call me Lucifer, cause I'm in need of some restraint. So if you meet me, have some courtesy, have some sympathy, and some taste. Use all your well-learned politics, or I'll lay your soul to waste. Yeah. Oh, pleased to meet you. Oh, you get my name. Yeah. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Mean it. Get down.
Hey. Wah. Don't know why. Playing's making my sore throat today. My sore throat? My throat's sore. How's everybody doing? Everyone is still here. Thank you for sticking around. Really appreciate. I'll tell you what, it is the bloody fire that's making my throat sore. Stop it. Thank you for sticking around. Really appreciate it. Everyone is new here. Thank you for coming. Please feel free to chat. There's a really nice bunch of people who are here most weeks. And there's been some interesting conversations. I can hear a funny noise now. Some interesting conversations going on. It's lovely to have. It still freaks me out a little bit that there's people here from kind of all over the place, which I think is just so cool. Really cool. So let's see who's still here. I hope everybody's well. Please let me know that you're okay. Let's see what's going on. Tim, man, I love this tune. That looks like that came on when I did Whitesnake. You play it well, my friend. James Scott, do you supply toggle button tops for the FC12? I don't, but I don't want to bend down in case one of my lights, my cables falls off again. I've got some. I don't supply them. I was looking actually, funnily enough, way back when I was doing kind of trying to put stuff together, of becoming a distributor for Mua shrooms. You seen them, Mua shrooms? And they're little foot switch toppers by a company called Mua. They're cheap. They're really, really cheap. I use them and they've worked great. I mean, I bought a packet of, I don't know, I think I bought about 20. There's 12 in my FC12. I've got some on the FM3 kicking around over there. They're really good. They're dead cheap. Check them out. Mooer, Mooer. You can get them from Amazon. You can get them Strings Direct, I think, in fact. Check them out. Toffee is a whitish dog, not a snake. Ah, very good. I don't have a slow clap, I'm afraid. Do I have a slow clap? You can have one of these. There you go. I have one of them. Actually, here we go.
Well done.
I was trying to sort this out last week, Tim. I got it ready just for you, I think. Paul Pablo Jones, 2 great songs, mate. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm guessing you're talking about Whitesnake and Darkness, right? Both really, really good fun. Both really, really good fun. Strong Brewing, that's the second week you played that to fire at my Gibson Whitesnake song. Yeah, it's just great. Do you know what I'm doing, right? Because obviously I do stuff during the week, so sadly I don't get all my. Well, I say sadly, I do play an awful lot of guitar, but obviously I'm doing other stuff. So I try to. When I started doing this, I think I had 9 songs, and we're up now to that's 5, 10, 3, 14, 17, right? 17, 18, I think, in fact. So I'm going to try to switch a song out every now and then, but you know, I've got to play the same songs every now and then, but I hope you like them anyway. Tim Garud, same here, played along. Might not have sounded quite like Sukh plays it. Your version is awesome. Paul Jones, that's an awesome tone right there. So that looks like that came in when I was doing Don't Look Back. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. It's all my tones, by the way, for anybody who wants, any Fractal dudes out there. I give away all these tones, all these presets. They're a bit of a mess, I'll be honest with you. It's like a ball of mud, and I keep kind of throwing things on them when I get a new idea. So they're not commercially the most beautiful presets, but they sound pretty all right, I think, you know, and they work well in a mix, which is what it's all about. So, I mean, if you look at something like, excuse me, that Don't Look Back tone, Paul, right? So if you listen to the Don't Look Back tone, it's like this. On its own, it's a bit weird, I think, and it sounds very heavy, well, very wet, very, very wet. But it fits really well in a mix. Anybody wants any of those presets, I've got them for the Axe-FX III, you're welcome to them. I had this great plan of uploading them onto my ZenRigs site on the live page, but I just can't be asked. It's just too much work. But if anybody wants them, just drop me an email afterwards and I will happily send them to you. Let's see who we got here. AKA SGS Virgil, great channel, sub earned. Oh, thanks, man, definitely. Rock and roll is being saved by dad bands and dad rockers once. I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take that as a good one. Yes, it's got to be done, man. Music was better, right? Wasn't music better back then? Instead of the kind of crazy stuff you get these days. My son, who's 21 now, obviously, you know, I love rock music. You probably might be able to tell. I like all kinds of music, but I really like rock music. And I've always had, you know, instruments and stuff have been open and available to both my kids. I've got a son and a daughter, They both of them kind of tried it, but just never really got into it, and that's cool, you know. And I always encourage them to listen to music, their own kind of music, because when they start off, they're listening to all the, you know, the stuff I listen to, the good stuff. But then my son, God bless him, he's lovely. I love that boy so much. He goes to me one day, I think he was about 6 or 7, I can't remember, and he told me he was into Justin Bieber, and part of my heart sank, but part of me thought, well, this is okay, you know. You got to find your own way, son. You got to like what you like. Then he went into some really weird stuff. He went into stuff called Future Dub. I think it was called Future Dub, and he played it for me. He was at university now, but when he was doing his A-levels, he used to play this really weird music. I was like, what the hell is that crap? And he goes, it just helps me relax. It was, honestly, it made me want to get up and punch someone in the face. It was not happy music. But recently, he's just suddenly got turned on to Deftones, Pink Floyd. Who was he on about the other day? Led Zeppelin. You know, because the old music's the good music, right? And even he says that now, because they don't make stuff like this anymore. So yeah, comes around, eh? Who we got? Norman. Changed over from my phone to Mac and put some over-ear headphones on. Sounds immense, mate. Oh, thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Very, very cool of you. And just in time for Sympathy. What a song, eh? What an absolute tune. Paul Pablo Jones, any chance of a copy of the presets, mate? Yep, Paul. Yeah, as long as you don't mind having to make them pretty. I mean, can I do this? 1 second. If I do that. There you go. All right, so that's Don't Look Back. The sympathy one looked like, hang on, let's put sympathy on again. They all look pretty similar actually, because what I've done is I've made a kind of a template. Yeah, there you go. Sympathy is exactly the same. The amps may be slightly different, you know, the way I've got the amp set up. But the preset's pretty nuts in terms of what's going on here, man. So, you know, as long as you don't mind kind of cleaning it up, I can do a little bit for you, because I've got stuff here which is specifically for my IEM. So this whole row here is feeding my in-ear monitors, and it's doing stuff like, you know, and I've tuned it obviously so that it sounds good in my ears. I've got PEQ. I've got a mixer which is taking the audio in from USB, which is what you hear in the backing tracks. And I've got a mixer which I'm mixing. I've got a little 2-fader expression slider thing here, so I can mix in kind of how much backing track and how much guitar I want. I've got an equalizer for the overall sound for that thing, then a filter which lets me balance the volume. There's a ton of stuff in it which you won't need. I'll send it you. You can muck around with it. How about that? Okay. As long as you've got your stuff connected to output 1, you should be good. And an expression pedal or 3. I'll tell you. You know what? Best thing. Why am I being a git? You let me know what you just drop me an email and I'll send you some stuff and we'll talk about it. Okay? How's that? But whatever you want, man. No problem at all. James Scott, I have an Axe-FX III turbo preset settings from Bernie's Marshall amp. Well, my version. Oh wow. How does it sound? What do you think? How does it sound? I've tried. You know, it's a weird one of those weird things, right? About how much is from here and how much is from the gear and, you know, the guitars and that kind of stuff. I've had going to gigs and seeing videos and pictures and seeing how people have set their presets up, and even having the presets from some of them, and it just doesn't sound the same. You know, when I play it, it just sounds really not like them at all, which I guess is probably good, right? Should sound like yourself. I had what do you call a very close-up experience with Mr. Satriani's amp a while ago, and believe it or not, even with that, I didn't sound any good. I think it's all of these fingers, bastard. But yeah, I'd be interested to know, James, how did that sound? Paul, yeah, email me for the copy. Just whack it over, mate. I'll send you them all. I'll tell you what I've done. No problem. Some guy, I play an Ibanez bass. Just ordered new tuners for it. Well, congratulations, man. Ibanez are awesome. They're just all round good guitars, aren't they? They're just brilliant. I think they're just Ibanez has got it right. You know, all the years, like I say, I've been playing. I love Ibanez guitars. Storm Brune, Bad Motor Scooter by Montrose. Yeah, I've heard of it. Never tried it. Never tried it. I need to make a list of things that I think I should do, but it's all got to be stuff I can kind of fit in the week. Can you please get my white Ibanez for Christmas? Yeah, you got 2 hopes of that, mate. One of them is Bob Hope. The one guitar I've always wanted to own is Bernie's Beast. Yeah, beautiful. I've got one of my students actually. He's a good guitar player. He's doing really well. And he built this like a, what did he call it? He calls it the bunker. So he built like a summer house in his garden, and he calls it the bunker. And it's somewhere he just goes kind of thing to kind of get away from stuff. And he was looking at, I think there was an auction going on. I can't remember where it was, and they were auctioning off. I think they were auctioning off one of his guitars. I can't remember which one, but it was silly money, as you can imagine. Absolutely silly money. It's good, but Bernie plugged straight into the amp, and so we're talking about his preset, plugged straight into the amp and used the volume on his guitar. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I say, my ears are very tuned to the kind of, you know, in the years I've been playing this, I've got one. I use one IR, which is ridiculous, right? You got all this stuff in here, and when I first started using Fractal, and I couldn't. This is going back 2010, right? Long time back. It was a little harder to get the sound out of it the way you can now, right? To get it absolutely spot on. And I remember just having it. I had an Atomic, one of their early amplifiers, and my Axe-FX Ultra. It was the original Ultra going into it, and I could not find a sound I liked, and I was that close to thinking, oh man, this isn't for me. And then just purely by accident, I hit across 2 IRs, the 2 factory IRs, stuck them together in the same cab block. And I played with a bit of volume, and it was like, that's it. That is exactly the sound I'm looking for. And it's a bit sad, right? In 15 years, I've not changed them. I'm still using the same IRs. But if you like the cab, you like the cab, right? Yeah, anyway, let's see. What should we do? I hope everybody's okay. Wherever you are, I hope you're warm. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good week. All is well here, other than we've been attacked by we've had a mouse attack in the house. And this bloody mouse is working its way through the cupboards in the kitchen at the moment and has bitten through some pipes. And we've had water leaking all over the place, and it's trashed the floor. So we're having a bit of fun and game with rodents this week. God knows, honestly, absolutely cheeky little sod. But other than that, all is good here. Right, let's see. What should we do? Let's do a couple of silly ones, and then I'll come back. So we're at 9:15. We've still got time. Everybody, please post, like, comment, chat to each other, chat to me. Let's see if we can get the comments up a little bit. That'd be really good. Post some emojis, anything you like. It all helps. Let me know you're still here. Right. So this one is my stupid song of the week. It's always the stupid song of the week. The song's not stupid. The song's awesome, but it's got a stupid video. Let's check this out. Let me grab some water here. I stopped drinking alcohol during these shows. Not sure that's a good idea or a bad idea. But I have a nice whiskey set aside for later today for the cold. Right. Let's see what we've got here. Paul Jones, get a cat or a Jack Russell. Man, honestly, we've got a dog. Toffee doesn't give a crap though. He's not a Jack Russell, he's a Shih Tzu. This bloody mouse, it ate through. We were sitting there just minding our own business in the kitchen, and all the dishwasher's on. All of a sudden, this water just suddenly just flooded out onto the floor. We've got a laminate kind of floor there. I'm looking, thinking, oh my god, that's just trying to mop it up, and water just wouldn't stop coming out. Okay, the dishwasher. Something's happened to the dishwasher. I've got a good friend of mine who's a handy guy. He's a builder actually. It's not a handy guy. He's got a very, very high end kind of building construction company. He came over, took the dishwasher out, and there's a bloody hole in it because a mouse had eaten its way through the pipe of the dishwasher. This is the beginning of this year, right? This is February. Might have been actually. Was it this year? I think it was this year. He replaced the pipe. No problems ever since, right? And then it was a week ago. Early this week, last weekend, I can't remember. Same again, just water everywhere. And but this time it had been happening, like it was a bit of water, but it was slowly getting into the floor, and it's destroyed the floor in the kitchen. I was watching the floor, and every now and then I come in thinking that's gone a bit bumpy. It destroyed the floor. Anyway, guy came around again, took it out. He's eaten the same pipe. So I don't like to kill stuff, right? So got some humane traps and put some little humane traps and a bit of cheese. And the whole idea is you catch it in this thing, and it has a bit of a rest. Then you take it out into the countryside. You kind of take it for a drive, put the top down. Show it the sights, and then he let it out in a field, and the mouse buggers off, and it doesn't know where you live, right? So it gets a lift back from somebody, but it buggers off. The damn mouse has got some sort of level of IQ that I've never heard of before. He avoids all the possible places that I've put things where he can wander into with cheese and some nice stuff. Doesn't want to know. Instead, what he does is eat another pipe underneath the sink. He's come through the wall, so there was like a little, where the pipes go through the wall. There's some stuff covering it. He's eaten through that and come into the cupboards and started munching on things like placemats and what have you. I thought, damn, dude. So sadly, we've had to get a guy out who's coming tomorrow to see what he can do about it because, kitchen floor, not good. Phil and Giorgio, yes, Tim, you know that song so well, don't you? You know that song so well. I love that song. But just jumping here, why Trippy Teletubbies? Tim, it's from a children's program called Boo Bar, which my kids used to watch in America when we lived over there. And it accidentally, I was explaining to Tia what Boo Bar was about, and I had a Flailing Pitch set list next to me on my Spotify. I was showing her the video, accidentally pressed a button, and Electric Dreams came on it. The two of them together were just so ridiculous. I thought I'd have to make a little thing out of it. So that's what that's about. Normski. I play a Japanese Tokai LP custom because I can't afford the Gibson and Gordon Smith Classic S Strat. Well, just because it's fabulous. Do you know it doesn't matter if you got a Gibson or you've got an Epiphone or a Tokai. It doesn't matter. I've had. And again, people here who know me, like Tim knows me very well. I've had some really, really high-end Gibsons over the years, and then I got this Epiphone, Les Paul. Sorry, I had some really high-end Les Pauls over the years, like the proper expensive ones, and never really got on with them. And then and sold them. And then I got this Epiphone. It was the Tim, what was it? 1960. In fact, Tim bought one. 1960 A Tribute model. And it played and sounded better than any Gibson Les Paul I'd ever had. And I got it secondhand for like 350 quid. So it does not matter. It really doesn't matter what brand it is. If it plays good, feels good, it's good, right? They dance like me at a flame. The Teletubbies, yeah, absolutely, Tim. A little bit less sweaty, probably. James Scott, what in-ear monitors are you using? I'm thinking of changing mine. So I've got it's a mix of things, right? Let me show you one thing. So again, I can't be bothered to get. Actually, no, I'll do it for you, buddy. 1 second. Let me get up without trying to break any cables here. 1 sec. So, two things. Two parts to it, right? Here we go. Right. So, first part is the gubbins itself. So the gubbins itself. 1 second, is a Shure PSM something or the other. I can't see it because I'll have to bend down, but I can tell you later on. It's a Shure PSM 400 something, I don't know, something like that. And it comes with these thingies, so a transmitter, which you plug your headphones into. So the actual IEM, the setup is brilliant. It's really, really good. The sound quality is great. Loads of headroom in it. Very, very cool. These thingies though, I've got two different things, right? So these ones here are relatively cheap. These are Westone ambient ear monitors. These are actually brilliant. I use these for teaching, so I normally have one in when I'm teaching, and it lets in a little bit of kind of external sound as well. So great with the band, because obviously with the band, then you get a nice kind of sound in your thing, and you can hear the band playing as well. But I was at, and they're really good. They're very, very good. But they're like the kind of standard, earbud type thingies like this. And I was at a guitar show last year. It was last year. I was at the Birmingham Guitar Show, which is the big guitar show in the UK, which I've been going to since it started up again since COVID. And I met these lovely folks at a company called ACS, and I met a very nice guy called Jono, who's one of the directors. And he's obviously a smooth salesman, and he talked me into getting a pair of custom molded 5-driver monitors. So I got these, which are, I can't remember which ones they are, what the model number is, but they're very cool. I can't remember. Oh God, for the life of me, it's their 5-driver model. Anyway, it's very, very nice. The thing with these is that I've got when I plug these in, even though these have got a little bit of an ambient thing as well, they let a bit of external sound in, but when I plug them in, it literally just because they're obviously custom molded to my ears, it seals like completely, and it feels a bit funky. So it's great when I'm playing with the band. Because you get total isolation, and obviously, like I say, a little bit of sound coming in, but total isolation, really, it feels tight. But for this, it's a bit funky, so I use these ones. These are really good. The Shaw system, very, very cool. Westone, I can't remember what they're called, but it's their ones with the ambient port in them. They're very, very good. So yeah, give them a try. If you want the actual model numbers, just text me afterwards, and I'll happily send them on to you. Mr. Walden, you're still here. Well done. A proper tune. You're obviously talking about the Arctic Monkeys. You're a man of good taste. James Scott, I haven't stopped. You haven't stopped. What are we talking about, James? Sorry, man. I've missed something going on there, buddy. Paul, are you using custom IEMs? Going to start using mine again this weekend, running up with 2 of my Ural S3 to a separate small mixer, then into my IEM rack to give me a separate mix. Yeah. So yes, Paul. These ones, like I say, well, you've just seen them, right? The Westones, very good ambience, and the ACS, which are the custom molded ones. They're expensive, but they're brilliant. They were really, really good. The 5-driver thing, it's awesome, but these are very cool too. By the way, I used to use a separate mixer. I used to have a PreSonus 16R rack mixer, and I used to use that for mixing. So I get the band obviously do their. We've got a sound guy, we've got a mixer, and a PA and that kind of stuff, and we get a band mix going on. And then I get from our desk, I get a mix of the band minus the guitar come to me, and then the idea is I use my mixer to get my guitar going in and mix the band. So I've got my own ear mix. But I figured out a really cool way to do it with the Axe-FX, and I got rid of that mixer altogether. And the thing which I got with the Axe-FX now works better for me than the mixer did. It's a bit of a setup, but again, if you want to know what I've done, because you've got an Axe-FX 2, right? No, you've got an Axe-FX 3, of course you have. You got my old Axe-FX 3. If you want to know how I've done that, I'll share. We'll jump on, do a session, and I'll share it with you. But I've got something set up now, which is the best in-ear mix I've ever had, and it's on the fly tweakable because of a couple of things that I've added to the hardware stuff I've added. Give me a shout, mate. I'll share with you. I'll send you the presets, but I'll share with you what I've done. Peanut butter. Yeah, I tried that, buddy. Yeah, Milky Way's peanut butter. We've done it, man. We've done it. The little bugger doesn't want to know. Gordon Smith are awesome guitars. Paul Jones, yes, they are. Tim, Les Paul 1960 Tribute Plus. That's the one. That was the guitar for me, which I think probably that guitar made me think I don't need to spend a lot of money on guitars, because that guitar it's an absolute monster of a guitar. I had 2. I sold one to my friend Tim. I think it was your first. Was it your first electric guitar, Tim? I can't remember. It might have been your first electric. Tim's an old friend, but he's also learning guitar with me, and I think it might have been his first one. Anyway, gorgeous guitar. And the other one I sold to another student of mine, because I've just got too many guitars. But yeah, great guitars. Michael Phoenix, love Les Pauls, but just don't suit my playing. Ibanez are awesome, but migrate to a Jackson Soloist, another nice guitar. Currently getting a custom-made Charles Cilia done. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. That sounds interesting. I'll check that one afterwards. James, you see, you're bad influence. Have a drink when you're playing. I did this when I started this. The whole thing was called the Wednesday Wind Down, and the idea was, there's me thinking, well, it could be that no one's going to turn up and watch, which is fine. That's okay, But then there's a long game going on here. But I figured, if they don't, it doesn't matter. I'll just use it as an excuse once a week to swig a little wine, because I like a bit of wine. And I did it, I think, the first month or so. And I towards the end of every show, I'd always start to play even worse, right? Which is, yes, I know what you're thinking, but even worse. I started getting really, and I'd miss things. There was once I remember I was tired, I hadn't slept, and I'd had wine, and my hands just would not cooperate. I just had to stop the show. It was that bad. Then it occurred to me I actually can't play the guitar and drink at the same time, and I know this. I don't even do it when I'm gigging. Hard enough when I'm sober, so I stopped doing it. So now it's water. I think I had a bit of a Bovril the other week, which is very good. Right, what else we got here? So anybody here, anyone who's here, please, thank you. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Everybody who's here, I massively appreciate you being here. I would really help. It would really be a big help for me in trying to kind of get this thing going. Is just share this, let people know that you've been on it and it wasn't awful. There's no lasting effects, which you need to get checked out. Please, yes, please share. But thank you for coming. I really appreciate you coming. If you want to, I don't really even talk about this, guys, right? But because, like I said, there is a long game going on here. But this has been. Does this even bloody work? I don't even know if this works. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Yeah. In fact, let's just. Oh, actually, no. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Right. If you get the urge and you've enjoyed it and you want to stick a couple of pennies in the Let's Sort Sukh's Kitchen Floor Out Fund, I think there's a link. Maybe there's a link. I can't remember. Do you see? Because I never do it, right? So where the hell would it be? Well, if it comes up, it comes up. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. There it is. Hey, hang on a second. There we are. There we go. All right. If you want to stick 50 pence, 10 pence, a quid, whatever, every little bit helps. I say, I'm just doing it. Even if you don't, I actually don't care. I'm just glad that you're here. I really appreciate the support, but every little bit helps. Keeps me in strings. And like I say, getting this damn mouse out of the house. Right. Let's see what else we got here. Normski, I barely play my... Oh, let's get that off the screen. Get off. See that damn thing? See, this is why I don't do it. I actually don't want this. Get off. Get off. Where is it? Bugger off. Right. Normski, I barely play my Les Paul now, as it don't really suit me unless I'm trying to be Steve Jones. Rocking out to Pretty Vacant. Yeah, absolutely. Tim, yep, that guitar. Yep, it was your first electric, right? You'll be with you till the end, I'm sure. James Scott, I have a 14-year-old Balvenie sitting here. Oh, man. Where are you? Jump in the car, damn it. I bought this. I've been every week... I've been thinking I've got to get some. I love whiskey. I love single malt whiskey, and every week I've been thinking, man, I haven't had any for a while. I've got to go get some. Luckily, I live just literally a 3-minute walk to the co-op here, and today I thought I've got to. It was just a little bit before the show. I thought I've got to have some. I really need some. That sounds wrong. I don't need some whiskey. I would. No, I actually really needed some whiskey. So I legged it down there and I bought a bottle of Jura, which is pretty good. I think it's 10 years. It's 10 years old Jura, but Balvenie, man, I love that stuff. Hey, Ben Charleston. Hello. How are you, man? Thank you for coming, my friend. Thank you very much. Where are you, Ben? Where in the world are you, my friend? I really appreciate you popping in, buddy. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. Really appreciate you. Lasting effects will be, gosh, I need to practice. Yeah. I do as well. Melanie, you know what the thing is, right? And this again, this is a silly thing. I keep myself fairly busy. With various things, right? So there's 3 or 4 things. There's this, obviously the live stream, which is not work, right? I don't go out drinking, right? So I'm not one of these guys who kind of goes and hangs out at the pub every week. I go out once in a blue moon if my mates are, there's something going on, a birthday do, or a mate's playing in a band or something. But I don't really kind of go out drinking. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't do silly stuff. So playing guitar, right? I do quite a lot of that. I do ZenRigs, which you guys obviously all know about. I look after G66 for the UK, so the Fractal distribution for the UK, I take care of that. And I also teach guitar. So I do quite a few things. And, every week I think, man, I've got to practice some of these songs. I've got like 19 songs or 17 songs there. I've got to practice them. And I never do. The practice is actually this. So, if you're thinking, bloody hell, last week that wasn't that, that was much better than last week. It's because I haven't bloody practiced it. But yeah, Ben Charleston, yeah, not bad. Thank you, mate. Just finishing up getting this FM9 set up for a couple of shows next month. Awesome. Ben, remind me where you are, man. Are you in the UK? Are you in America? Are you somewhere else? If you need any help with anything, shout, buddy. If I can help you, I'll be glad to help you. I use the FM9. I think it's awesome. Liverpool. Yeah, there you go. He's a Liverpool man. Wonderful. Paul, who's here, Paul Pablo Jones, if you're still here, is also a Liverpool man, and he's a butt kicker of a guitar player, and he knows his stuff. He's an Axe-FX III player. I think he's got an FC12. Can't remember if he got an FM3. I think you got an FM3 as well, haven't you, Paul? But hey, look, Ben, congratulations on the FM9. If there's any help you need, man, give us a shout. Right, look, let's do a few more songs because it's getting a bit late, right? So, getting a bit late for me anyway. Let's do some acoustic-y stuff. So, bash at this again. So last week this was interesting because we started talking about something. The conversation got onto Van Halen somehow. I can't remember how, and I ended up doing a Van Halen song, which I wasn't expecting to. And amazingly, didn't mess it up too badly, I don't think. Oh, that's nice. Hang on. Right, let me just check this is in tune, because last week that was where I got stuck last week because the damn thing wasn't in tune. So we'll do a little bit of Van Halen, and then I'll do another one of my acoustic, my originals here. So. By the way, this isn't some attempt at being cool and looking away while tuning. I've got a tuner over there. Right, let's get a bit of thingy on and. Oh, you turn that off. That sounded a little distorted today. Gotta play with that one a little bit next time. Hope you like that one. Yeah, a bit of Van Halen. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what people are saying. Stockbrune. You can't ask questions like that. How many FX3 do you think has passed through your hands in the UK? You can't ask stuff like that. These hands, 50 million. Not enough. Not enough. Never enough, man. Never enough. We've got a good community. There's a good community of Axe-FX users and Fractal users in the UK, but you know, we need more. We need more. Simple as that. We need more. So spread the word, dudes. Spread the word. Paul Pablo Jones, Ben, if you're in Liverpool and need any help with your FM9, let me know, mate. See how cool is that? How cool is that? We've got some really, really good people here. Paul Pablo Jones, 513. 513. You said that around. The Van Halen thing, it's 316, I think. Definitely 3 digits. I think you're on about that. Ben, appreciate that. Thank you for saying that to Paul. James Scott, need to go and shift some snow. Oh dear. Cheers, Sukh. Fun as always until next week. Cheers all. Hey, James, thank you very much, man. If you've already gone, if you're watching this again, thank you, buddy. Really appreciate you popping in. Thank you very, very much. Stockbrew, what a great voice that lassie has. I know. Isn't it amazing? She... Oh. No, it's not. It's not muted. Paul's saying it's muted, but I can see the audio is going out here. Can everybody else hear me? I can see audio is going out into the stream. I'm taking... Paul, maybe you can't hear me. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? I can see audio going out, so can you hear me? Am I talking to myself? I'll turn the mic on and off again just to be sure. Hello. Yeah, I think so. Well, I'm guessing no one's saying anything, either because you've gone. No, there's people still here. Listen, I'm assuming you can hear me because I can see it going out. If you can't, please tell me. Right, what have we got? What a great voice that lassie has. Yes, she's brilliant. She is a fantastic singer called Fiona Shannon. She's absolutely brilliant. She's a solo artist. She sings in bands. She's recorded a bunch of stuff. She's a friend of mine. I've known her for many, many years. And during lockdown, when all the craziness was going on, and I wrote that, I wrote the whole thing. Then I thought, you know what, this needs some just beautiful voice over the top of it. Yeah, Paul, man, you're trying to bloody confuse an old man. Stop it, you nutcase. Thank you, Mike, for letting me know you can hear me. Thank you, everybody. Huevos pequeños. I know what that means. I lived in America, and we had a Mexican prep cook at our place. I'll tell you about him sometime. Yeah, so yeah, Fiona, I got in touch with Fia because I'd heard her sing at gigs before. We'd done fundraising gigs where she was there with her band before, and I knew she had a beautiful voice. I got in touch with her. I said, "Hey, Fia, I've got this track. I'm gonna, if you can, if you'd like to, I'm gonna send it to you. Just stick whatever you want in it. And all I'm thinking is not words, just Pink Floyd, the Great Gig in the Sky type, just wailing kind of thing." So I'm thinking nothing of it. She sent me this thing back, and it was just beautiful. It was absolutely stunning with harmonies and everything. And I liked it so much that I then wrote a vocal song specifically so that she could sing on it. And I had a song called Get Up, which was on my album, which had vocals in it. The whole thing's sung by Fee Shannon. She's brilliant. Check her out. She's probably, I've got a, you know what, I should get a link to her website. Just look up Fee Shannon, F-I, and then Shannon, C-H-A-N-N-O-N. Look her up. Check her stuff out. She's brilliant. Let's see. Huevos pequeños. Small. We had a at the risk of probably getting banned. When I lived in America, we had a failed attempt at emigrating there back in 2004. We sold everything. There's a long story behind this, but we literally sold everything we owned, sold our house, cashed in everything we could, and we went to America to try to start a life in Florida, of all places, and just outside of Orlando. Again, too long of a story, right? But there are all kinds of ways that there are all kinds of hoops you've got to jump through to be able to live in America. And we didn't have anybody there who could give us a green card, so we had to basically buy a business. That's how it worked, right? Had to buy a business and employ Americans. So we bought this restaurant, which seemed like a really silly idea now thinking about it, but didn't know anything about restaurants. Bought this restaurant, and we had this Mexican prep chef, and his name was Victorio Mendoza. We went, we saw the place, introduced to everybody. When they introduced me to Victor, he was about Victor. I'm not tall, right? I'm like 5'7" if I'm on my toes. Victor was like this to me, like that. But he was about that wide. He looked like somebody you would probably cross the street, you know, if you're walking along. Big thick neck. He's like, you know, neck and head straight up like this, like Bluto. And they got to Victor to say hello, and he just looked at me and kind of gave me a dismissive grin and just walked off. I thought, okay, fair enough. We bought the place and talking to everybody and chit-chatting with everyone. And everybody, we all got on great, right? But Victor would never say a word to me. I'd always talk to him. He's there every day. He's a really hard-working fella. He'd never say a word to me. And I had a chat with Jack, who was our main cook over there. I said, Jack, what's the deal with Victor? And he goes, oh, don't mind him. You know, it's just the way he is. You know, he doesn't really talk to anybody. But you know, he doesn't speak English. So I thought, okay, that's no good, right? So you know, it's kind of my business, and he's one of my employees. You know, I should learn some Spanish. So there's a girl who used to work in a shop a couple of doors away from us. A really nice girl. I can't remember her name. She was so sweet. And I said to her, I said, hey, look, could you teach me some Spanish, please, so I can talk to Victor? She goes, yeah, sure. So she started teaching me just a few phrases, you know, and it was, I don't remember any of it now, you know, hey, que paso, blah, 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 all this kind of thing. I'd go up to him and I'd say a couple of things, and he would just look at me, grin, sometimes laugh, and then dismiss me like, yeah, get out of here. I'm not talking to you in Spanish either, right? This went on for about a month, I reckon it must have been, of me trying to talk to him in Spanish. Anyway, it got to one day and I thought, this is ridiculous, right? So I went to this girl around a couple of shops down, and I said to her, could you please write down for me the most offensive thing I could say to a Mexican man? She goes to me, what? And I said, yeah, just write down on a bit of paper the most offensive thing I could say to a Mexican man. And she goes, okay. So she writes this thing down on a bit of paper and she hands me the paper, and I'm looking at it and I can make sense of a couple of words, but not the rest of it. So I said to her, what does this mean? She told me what it meant, right? I'm sure some of you guys here know Spanish. This phrase I'll never forget. It was, I apologize to anybody here who gets offended easily, but it was, tu madre tienes un bigote del mierda, which roughly translates to your mother wears a mustache made of shit. There's obviously a mental image here, right? So she goes to me, who are you going to say it to? I said, to Victor. She goes, don't say that to Victor. He won't take that well. He won't take that well at all. I'm like, what's he going to do, right? He doesn't talk to me anyway. You know, I'm going to just try to wind him up if nothing else. So I go back in the restaurant. It's a busy lunchtime. And I said, hey, Victorio. Hey, he looks at me and goes, eh. I say, ¿qué pasó, man? And he goes, like usual. So I said, hey, Victor, come here. So he kind of walks over to me and said, hey, Victorio, tu madre tienes un bigote del mierda. And you could hear the restaurant, honestly, because it was busy, but it wasn't quiet, me talking. And everything just kind of stopped and people are looking and Victor's looking at me. And then it was almost like a red mist came down. He started yelling. I don't know what he was yelling. He runs around the back. I kid you not, right? He grabs a knife, and it was a big cook's knife like this. And he's got this freaking knife in his hand, and he starts. And at first, I thought he's just having a bit of a laugh. He's going to come out of the restaurant and wave the knife around at me, then bugger off again. He starts chasing me with a damn knife, and he looked like he was going to kill me. Everyone in the restaurant's like, what the hell is going on? And people are getting out of the way. I just ran. I ran out of the restaurant, ran around the back of the car park. They had a big car park at the back. And I'm just running around in circles and kind of, you know, zigzagging this way. And everyone's come out from the restaurant to basically see me get butchered. And I'm running around, and eventually, Victor was a big fella, and I was a lot slimmer and fitter then. I kind of look behind me, and Victor's 20 feet behind me, and he's running out of breath, and he's standing there. He's got his hands on his knees and puffing away. So I stopped as well, and I'm out of breath, and I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, what is going to happen next? He puts the knife down. He walks over to me really slowly. I thought, I'm going to get a punch, right? I'll probably get a punch in the face, and then we'll all go back to work. He comes up to me, gets really close, and he goes, yeah, my name's Sukh, right? And he goes, and I again apologize for the accent. He broad Mexican accent. He goes, Sukh, you bad man. 12 years, I speak nobody English here, you bad man. He can bloody speak English. Go figure, Victor, eh? Just didn't want to talk to anybody. Anyway, we became great friends. So there you go. So for anybody who's looking for relationship advice, if you don't get on with someone, just tell them their mother wears a mustache made of shit in Spanish, and I think that will fix everything. Anyway, let's have a look. Victor, man, I would say, Victor, if you're on here, I apologize, but Victor doesn't know how to use a computer. Victor is a man who works with his hands. He was a hard-working man. He was a hard-working man. Wherever you are, Victor, my friend, I hope you're well. I genuinely hope you're well. I miss seeing your face. You are a good egg. You're a good egg. You're a dangerous egg with a big knife, but you're a good egg. Anyway, listen. Everybody, I hope you're all well. I really appreciate you hanging out. Look at the chat. What are we up to? We've got 87 comments. Look, my goal every week, right? It'll make me happy. Yeah, Tim. Listen, just to be clear, right? There is no legal recourse here. If anybody says something like that to someone and gets a punch in the throat, please don't write to me asking for compensation, because if you've done that, you're as stupid as I am, and you probably deserved it. Yeah, listen, yes, guys, if you're here, twice it's happened, right? And again, this is early days for me. It'd be wonderful for me if we can get over 100 comments. We've got 88. So come on, post something, get me over 100 comments, make me a happy man. I'll do you a couple more songs, and then I'm going to probably call it a night, right? So this one is a cover of a cover. It's the original is by Johnny and Santo, Sleepwalk, and this is the Joe Satriani cover, and I'm going to do a cover of his cover. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but let's give this a go. There we go. Running out of steam, fellas and ladies. Oh, so I think I'm going to call it a night there. Thank you. Oh, how we go? 93 comments. Come on. 7 more comments. I'm staying here. I'm going to keep you all awake. 7 more comments. That's all we need. Come on. 7 more comments. Don't make me get Vittorio Mendoza on you. The 100 mark. Come on. You can do it. 94. Let's do it. I'll give you. I'll play you a tune. Will I play you a tune? I'm not going to play you a tune. I've run out of energy. Right. I'm going to go grab a whiskey. If 6 of you can post, I will be very. It's very shallow, but it's very fickle. But it'll make me happy. Let's put some comments here. Let's have a look. Mike, Victor just messaged me. He now knows where you live. Thanks, Mike. Honestly, man, I wish I had a picture of him, but I think he evaded photographs. He's probably illegal or wanted for murder or something. I don't know. Stockbrew and Joe Satch will be proud of you. You do a good job. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. It's very, very nice of you to say so. Thank you so much. Tim, beautiful. Thank you, buddy. I guess you're talking about Sleepwalk there. Catch you on Saturday. Yes, Tim. See you on Saturday, my friend. As always, it's always good fun catching up with you on Saturday. Michael Phoenix, lol at the 100 mark. Come on, you can do it. Damn it. Some guy. Thank you. Here's one. Hey, we go. I don't even have the sound effects anymore. I've got drum fills. Comedy drum fill. I need some sort of. I need some sort of. You can have it. You can have one of these. There we go. Wonderful. Paul. Pablo Jones FM. Yeah, no, Paul, I'm making them, man. I'm making them. I've had a bloody mouse to contend with, mate. Honestly, I'm making them. I'm getting the whole batch together and then I'll sell them. Otherwise, if I start selling them while I'm making them, then I stop making them and that's bad for people who order. So not long. A few more days. Melanie, thank you. No, thank you very much for popping in. I really appreciate that. It's very cool of you. Melanie, you're learning your FM9 very slowly. Sorry, I didn't press the button there. Let's have a look. What happened? There we go. You're learning your FM9 very slowly. What's the rush? The cool thing is, Melanie, that once you've got, and this is for my experience, once you've got like one sound that you really like, for me it was all about the cab. All right, so once I got the cab sound that I like, I've never tweaked it. I've just left it alone. And every now and then I think I've kind of gone thinking, oh, maybe I should try out some other cabs, and I've tried Dyna cabs or, got some other factory ones or whatever, and I go back to the ones that I had 15 years ago, purely because my ears are so used to them. I can now make it sound how I want to, and to me, it's like having an amp in a cab, right? So once you've got your sound, it's not that difficult. And if there's anything I can help with, I'll just let me know. I will send you anything you want. You recorded 5 songs in the studio, and it's fun and it went well. I'm really looking forward to hearing. Looking forward to hearing what you're up to. Stockbroon, enjoy your whiskey. Thank you, brother. I will go and have one. I'm so looking forward to it. It's been a long day. It's been a long, cold day. It really has. New record maybe next year. Got to write more songs. Oh, Melanie, do you know what? If you ever want to give a sneak peek, please, John, your buddy John and I used to do that with each other with a few things. I would love to hear your stuff. I really would. I would absolutely love to hear your stuff. God bless you, Melanie. 100. Yep, we've got 110. Thank you all very much. Am I thinking of making another album? Yes, I am. I have been always, and I've got like a folder. So I'm quite lucky that the whole pandemic thing, when it came along, I didn't I was. I'm going to be up now, bloody drinking whiskey and talking about this, right? So I used to work in IT. I used to work in the IT industry, and when I left, my plan. This is nearly 6 years ago. My plan was to teach people how to present, because part of my thing was always talking to people and presenting and that kind of stuff. So I'd set up a little business, teach people to present, and everything was lined up. I had my first couple of customers, and it was corporate kind of stuff. And then the bloody pandemic came, right? And it was all going to go online. So I started making this kind of setup over here, and I've got it set up now that I can literally come down and at any time switch. I've got everything's button controlled here. So Axe-FX switches on from a thing here, and speakers and everything. So I've got it now that literally I can press a button, wait about a minute, and then just start recording, and it'll record video and audio at the same time. So anytime I get any idea, I'll just quickly record it, and I've got just a folder just full of stuff. Some of it more finished than others, but it's time. It really is. It just takes time, buddy. I'll probably do like a song or two here and there, but it just takes time. So yeah, I'd like to. Michael, bless you. Damn fine playing. I need to practice Joe more often. Thank you very much, Michael. I really, really appreciate that. Norman apparently is the one who made it to 100. Hey, look, you all made it to 100. God bless you. Rush 21 too. Absolutely. Cab. Oh, see, Melanie, now you've got now I just want to have a drink, man. Now I just want to have a drink. Norman Stewart kept awake. Yeah, please let me know. Please let me know. Melanie, yeah, I'd love to hear your stuff. Anything by Fractal is awesome. It is. It's weird music, even better, Melanie. I've got some weird music. There's one song which one of my friends, in fact, it's here, Stogbrun, is a fan of. I'm in here somewhere, which is a weird song, really weird song. Need guest artist? Yes, I do, Paul. Yes, I do. And when I do write my next song, I will be in touch. There's a few people now that I know, kind of this last 6 years or so. I will definitely get some guests on there without a doubt. Norman Stewart, good night, mate. Jet lag has beaten me. Take care. Thanks so much for popping in. You must be knackered. So I really appreciate you coming in, Norman. Very cool. Yes, we can. And Mike, I think what a nice one to finish. Thanks for providing an alternative to watching I'm a Celebrity. So, Mike, you are always welcome, my friend. Having said that, I'm now going to go and watch I'm a Celebrity because it just switches my brain off and it just makes me laugh. Folks, thank you ever so much. I really appreciate everybody who's been here. Thank you for supporting my silliness and listening to my rambling. It's late here. It's 10:10 nearly. I'm going to grab a drink. I'm going to go get some rest. You guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Again, please let other people know about this if you can. Share it. Tell them that you came here and there's been no lasting damage. That you recommend that they come. It would be a massive help to me. But I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you chatting and keeping me entertained as well as me doing my best to entertain you. So you guys take it easy. Be well. And I'll hopefully see you next week. Take care.